Good morning. Nanny Randall here to tell a new story. I'd like to send this story out to my grandchildren, Lucy, Christopher, Nicholas, Amy, and Andrew. Once upon a time, there were two little children named Lucy and Christopher, and they lived in a place where there was lots and lots of sandy beaches. One day, their mom and dad were busy looking after their baby brother Nicholas, so they thought, we'd really like to go to the beach, and it's just right down there. So they went out the back door, and on the way out, they saw Dad's phone sitting on the counter, so they took that with them. And off they went walking down to the beach. And when they got there, Christopher thought, oh, this sand looks so nice. So he took his sneakers off, and then he was like moving his toes in the sand, and all of a sudden he goes, ow! And he looks up, and there was a crab holding on to his baby doe, and he was so surprised he just flung his feet around, and whoop! The crab fell right off. Lucy was watching this happen, and she kind of chuckled, but then they thought, we're down here, why don't we make a sandcastle? So they scraped together a big pile of sand, and they molded it and molded it and molded it, and they made a beautiful sandcastle. They put windows and doors, and while they were working, a seagull flew down and landed right on the sandcastle. And they thought that was a pretty neat feature to have that seagull on top of their sandcastle. But he didn't stay so long. He flew off, and then they finished it. But they looked out and they saw that the water, which had been quite far away when they started, was getting closer. And they didn't want the sandcastle to be taken down. So they were digging all around the sandcastle, a trench. And they thought, oh, this'll save it. But a big wave came, and then it filled in the trench, and they're like, oh, we're not going to be able to save this sandcastle. But it was the best one they'd ever made. So Lucy said, you know what I'm going to do, Christopher? I'm going to take a picture. So they took a lovely picture of the sandcastle so they'd remember how wonderful it looked. But all of a sudden, they could hear out on the deck of their house, Lucy, Christopher. And I thought, uh-oh, Daddy's calling us. And I bet he's not going to be very happy that we're at the beach. So what they did is they ran across the beach and up a path into the back of the house again. And when they stuck in the back door, there wasn't anyone around, so they ran right into the bedroom. And then when they heard both Mom and Dad in the kitchen, they called out, hello, hello. And they came out of the bedroom. And Mom and Dad were like, where were you? We looked everywhere for you. And they said, innocently enough, we were just in the bedroom. And all of a sudden, Dad looks behind him and goes, funny, those look like sandy footprints to me. And both Christopher and Lucy said, nope, wasn't us. We weren't at the beach. And then they looked at Dad's face and went, oh, we know it's better to tell the truth. So we said, yes, we were at the beach. But Mom and Dad, we made the best sandcastle ever. And Mom and Dad were kind of worried that they were at the beach by themselves, so they did get scolded. But when they showed Mom and Dad the picture of the sandcastle, Mom and Dad were like, wow, you guys did a great job. Mind you shouldn't have been at the beach all by yourself. And they wanted to remember the sandcastle. So Dad had the sandcastle picture blown up, and they put it in a frame, and they put it in the hall so that when Lucy came out of her bedroom and Christopher came out of his bedroom, they could look at the picture and say, oh, there's that lovely sandcastle. And even in the winter, when they didn't go to the beach as much, because they still went to the beach sometimes in the winter, but they didn't make sandcastles, they could look at that picture and go, oh, remember that day? And also remember we got punished a little, so we're not going to go there by ourselves again. The end. Thanks for listening.